This episode of Says Who is brought to you by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday, certainly this very past Sunday and this very next Sunday, you get this all over again because me and Maureen do a little thing that we call the Town Watch. This is like a bonus episode podcast that is now outlived most podcasts. I think we were at 215 episodes of the Town Watch or some shit like that. So get in it to win it. That's if you give it the $5 a month level. Throw another $5 on top of that and you get a sticker in the mail every month because you become a member of the Says Who sticker club. They're always great. Next one's coming real soon, and it's all good. That's it. Patreon.com/sayswho.
Now more than ever, books. They make great gifts. You know, if you want to give someone a book, you go, look, I got you a book. If you're like looking for a gift this season, it's a good price point. And you can say, if you get one of mine, you say, I know this person. I'm friends with her. We live in the same town. It's called SaysWhovia. Yeah. She's my buddy. She wrote this book. Read it. And then you start talking like this. See, hey, guy, why don't you read this book? See, because my friend, she wrote it. See. And then you start smoking and you wear a little hat. You go, hey, read this book or I'll burn your house down. And that's the next level of this.
Yeah.
So read this book or I'll burn your house down.
Seems sensible. The obvious
Got my
next
mug
step.
today. Got my mug today.
Maureen is displaying a mug that reads, fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in agreement there. If you would like to order Maureen's books on the internet, because you know what, let's face facts. I think the internet's here to stay. So maybe people want to buy books on it. It's possible. We can always go to kickbezosintheballs.org. That's our own little bookshop where we have easy clicks to all Maureen's stuff, where you can also just basically find any book you'd want. And if you're buying things on the internet, you can always go to merch.sayswhopodcast.com. The supplier, Maureen, that supplies our merchandise.
Yes.
They have just got an email. They have knit sweaters. And let me tell you, I am like fucking just dying to find a little bit of time to make a knit sweater. You know what I think it's going to say?
What?
You know what I think it's going to look like?
What?
I think it's just going to say, Maureen, really big across the whole thing.
Oh.
How does that sound?
I like the goddammit Dan in the...
We could do one of each.
Oh, yeah.
We could do a Maureen one and a goddammit Dan one.
Oh, wow. Far out.
Maybe we'll talk about my day today. I think my day tomorrow maybe is a little chiller. Maybe I'll get that going. Don't know. But I'm not making any promises. But merch.sayswhopodcast.com. You can also go to shop.dansinker.com. And Maureen, literally, hot out of the UPS box. Boom. Look at that.
Whoa. Can I get some of them?
A little 5-sheet of trying stickers. People have been asking for trying stickers ever since I started making trying patches. And I finally listened. And I made a little sheet. You get 5 of them. They're each a nice little color, each a different color. And you can go to shop.dansinker.com where I sell those stickers. I also, of course, have patches. And you can even buy a sticker sheet and a patch all in one little thing, and you save a couple bucks. Shop.dansinker.com.
I think we're all going to have a little talk with you today, Dan, aren't we?
Why?
Are we going to have a little? Are we going to have to talk to you, Dan, about about things? Let's just sit down. It's going to be okay. We just want to talk to you. But you're falling slowly off your... Dan? Oh, yeah, this is what I mean. Welcome to Says Who. The podcast. It's not a podcast.
It's a coping strategy. I'm Dan Sinker.
And I'm Maureen Johnson. And I just want to say we're going to put a little extra cope in that coping. That's truly, we are coming into our own.
Okay.
Like we thought we were going to be useful for a couple of years.
Yeah.
That was the practice round.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're in the real deal now.
We're playing Final Boss.
8 years of testing.
Yeah.
Just checking it out. Just check 1 2, check 1 2. Now we're ready.
Our little ship called the SS SaysWhovia coping strategy is creaking against the dock. Get on board. We're gonna tie it. We're gonna go to sea. Come on, everybody. We're going to sea together. Guess what's in the East River today, Dan?
Bodies.
A goddamn humpback whale.
What?
Yup. A goddamn humpback whale sailing up into New York.
What? Why? How?
I am not in charge of whales, Dan.
I thought you were.
No, humpback whale spotted in Brooklyn swimming up the East River towards Manhattan.
That is madness.
I don't know where the humpback it was seen in Buttermilk Channel.
Sure. That's a real place.
There's a place. We have lots of like adorably named places like that. And every single one of them is just full of like
bodies.
It's just full of like off-put from chemical factories and abattoirs. Wait, abattoirs.
I don't even know what you mean.
It's the word I never want to know, which is where they kill the animals for meat.
Oh, okay.
It's a word
slaughterhouses.
I hate so much.
Where I come from.
Abattoir.
Okay.
That's what it is. I hate it so much I try not to learn it.
Sounds like a cabinet.
It sounds like a Ben Affleck movie.
What happens in the Ben Affleck movie Abattoir?
He is a spy that has been burned by one of his own, and he has to go undercover under the code name Abattoir and seeks revenge on all who wronged him and also kidnapped his family.
Man. So it's sort of like a Taken mixed with John Wick starring Ben Affleck.
Yeah, but also elements of what's the movie with Harrison Ford where he's always looking for the one-armed man?
Oh, The Fugitive.
The Fugitive a little bit.
Okay.
You know, he's accused of a crime he didn't commit. He gets burned.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in. Sign me up. I'll see it.
But also I guess there's a lot of meat in it. Like he's always having meat plate.
Okay. One meat plate, please.
He's constantly stopping for meat plate.
I like it.
There's some sirens in the background I got for your enjoyment.
Things are popping off over in the old New York City. Are they going after the whale? Is that the whale force? That's Whale Force 5 right now?
Yeah, it's Eric Adams' newest plan is Whale Force. They send cops to shoot whales.
Perfect.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Not at all. Not in the least.
I tried to take a picture of you for you the other day. Actually, it was just yesterday. I was walking home.
Yeah.
Past and in the middle of Manhattan, past like people have their garbage cans in like these kind of outdoor like little sort of shed containers they build to store them.
Okay, well that's nice.
But a lot of times they're popped open with garbage.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
And there was a rat just out there. Dexy was very interested, but he was just like fully right in front of my face, having the nicest time. And I tried to and I just stood there looking at this rat. Dexy was interested in the rat. And then, someone might be going past the window. Let's look.
Me?
Hold on.
What's happened?
I'm just checking to see if there's someone
Oh my God. Maureen's now sticking her head out the window. She has like $400 headphones on. What could possibly go wrong right now?
I'm holding them.
Okay.
There's no one outside the window.
Okay.
Every once in a while, someone goes up and down on a rig by the window and you have to be ready. Anyway, I tried to get a picture of this rat for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
It was so photogenic and it was just like, hey, look at me, I'm a rat.
Like Rizzo.
Kinda. And I was like getting my camera out, focusing the camera, lining up the picture. And just at the last minute, he's like, I gotta go. And so he really stood there for quite a while. And I was going to get a nice picture and be like, hey, wish you were here. You know, kind of a
little thing. I like it.
You have to be used to rats to live in New York. Like they can't freak you out.
No.
Because I see them on the regular.
Yeah, it's a real nice place. What a nice thing.
They're literally just rats. Like they're fine.
Okay. I mean, tell that to all of the people in the Middle Ages that died of the plague.
Those were fleas.
Weren't they on the rats?
Yeah. Do you blame the pirate or the ship?
The pirate.
Exactly.
Okay.
The flea is the pirate.
Right, I get
the rat is the ship.
All right. I buy it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm down. Maureen, we are recording a little bit later than usual on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I managed to, and I am not exaggerating here,
tell the people,
quadruple book myself.
Yeah.
For the sort of 2-hour window that overlapped when we were supposed to record. I don't know how I fucked this chill Thanksgiving week up so bad. But instead of it being the sort of like America's blow-off week, I have had non-stop. It has been non-stop today. Up until the point, I have been on phone calls for 3 hours up to now. Just talking the whole time. Mm-hmm. I am a fucking moron.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't think that's how we should frame it.
I'm a fuck up.
Did you overcommit, Dan?
Yes. I overcommitted, and the main problem was I sort of overcommitted in that way that nobody nails down a time, but it's like, oh yeah, sometime on Tuesday or whatever, and then they get back to you and they're like, how about 1? And you're like, shit, okay. And then the next person's like, how about 2? And you're like, fuck. And yeah, it was a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much.
You did send me a rather urgent text last night that said, hey.
Well, I finally actually opened my calendar app and I suddenly realized this was not tenable. Also, one of my jobs that I usually don't work on Tuesdays because of the holiday, shortened holiday week, I was working on. That was really the straw that broke the camel's back here, was like suddenly I was supposed to be working a job, recording, and having a call all at the same time. So, and then there was a second call right after that. Anyway, it's nice to hang out with you this holiday week, Maureen. You are currently in New York City, a notoriously calm place.
It is. It's nice.
You are about to head over the river and through the woods to your parents' house.
Yep. Yeah.
Where you are spending, I believe, a week?
Dan, last night I've been helping with this domestic violence case.
Yeah.
With a family friend for a while. And I was helping do paperwork and finance work.
Okay.
And I had been given a huge set of complicated numbers scrawled on a piece of paper, 5 pieces of paper. So I did like character recognition and I had AI try to pull it, and AI scrambled it to no end.
Womp womp.
So, because I was like, literally, like, how am I going to read this? So then I got on the phone with my mom and her friend, and we were on the phone for so long, going line by line.
Okay.
But also just working out how these summaries had been written. And my mom is very precise, but I was trying to explain how you write things in a certain way because she's so like, and then you say this and this and this. I'm like, nope, you don't say that there. This is not what you're talking about. You're literally just telling them this cost $800. And she's like, but you have to tell them the whole story. I'm like, not in a spreadsheet. You don't like just give them the numbers. And so we had to make all these numbers add up and they weren't adding up. And so finally, I compiled all these documents. I sent them over. I'm like, if there's any typos, they're just Word docs, just correct them. I'm like, we need to eat. It's 8:00. So we sat down to eat, and then I got a phone call. Okay. Then I got a phone call, and I just let it ring. And then Oscar's phone rang, and it was my mother who said, it's very important. There's a typo. That number 3 should be a 4. And I was like, Mom, we got to eat. Like, just go in and change it. She's like, I just don't know how. Like, it's a Word document. So I'm like, it's fine. Just text me all the changes, and I'll put them in. And then it's literally like, it said 2003. It was supposed to say 2004.
Okay.
But then the phone rings again at like 10:00 at night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it right now. And then the texts are in all caps. Like, there's another major problem. I have to say, this wasn't even like an official document. This was just something we were writing up for the lawyers as a summary.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh my God. So I slept and I was having like these crazy dreams. I woke up. My dad calls. I was in the middle of something. I let it ring. My dad calls again. I let it ring.
Oh boy.
My dad calls Oscar. This never happens.
Okay.
He almost never calls.
Okay.
But he just really wanted to talk to me, apparently.
Okay.
And I have not spoken to him since the election.
Yeah.
And my Oscar said, you know, we're going to be there tomorrow. And he's like, oh, are you? So I call him back and he kind of didn't want anything. He was like, you know, it's Black Friday, you know, because I shop for my mom for him. He's like, and I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I know. But I did try. And I said, look, because he said something about, because I was telling him about the case and what we were doing for it. And they're like, he's like, they should take that guy. And sorry, guys, this is horrible.
Okay.
But he's like, and they should ship him off with the illegals. And I said,
oh boy.
Okay. I said, listen.
Oh boy.
Oh, he talks like that all the time. And I said,
happy Thanksgiving.
I said, here's the deal. That's nothing, unfortunately. I said, here's the deal. None of that, the racist nonsense, that's not happening on our watch.
Yeah.
I've said this before. I will say it again. We are not coming if that kind of language is used.
Okay.
We don't talk about people that way.
Yeah.
I know you watch television that encourages you to do that, but I don't talk about people that way. I'm like, you watch bullshit TV all day long that dehumanizes people and makes you spew racism. We're not coming if you talk that way.
Yeah.
Deal's a deal. We don't talk about the election. I really apologize for that. I'm sorry, you guys. And I know, but they said it because I know some of you have relatives saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Then, because I really didn't want to get into it, the election stuff, because I don't have the bandwidth. I did say we have to spend part of our time working on our new health plan because we have to get a new health plan.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, and part of it, Dad, is that the exchange, if what he says, if he's going to do, the exchange will go away and there will be nowhere for us to get health care.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? Then I spent 10 minutes explaining it. Then he said, well, you're just being negative. And I said, I am not being negative.
What time of day is this?
Morning.
Oh, boy.
I explained it. I was like, it's not being negative. I'm a very positive person. I'm good at getting stuff done. But the trouble is, this is what people voted for. And now there are real life consequences.
Yeah.
My husband is an immigrant with a visa. And they're, he's, it's like, we don't, like, this is the real thing.
Yeah.
This is not playtime anymore. Like, whatever you think you voted for, this is the reality.
Yeah.
And it made him sad, grumpy. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, you can be as grumpy and sad as you want. So are we.
Yeah.
But that's the reality.
Well, welcome to Maureen and Dan's holiday fun time playtime show.
Listen, I'm really sorry I said that in front of you guys. I hope you understand that is that too horrible to say?
No, you have couched it appropriately, I think.
I've heard him said that so many times, and every single time, without fail, I stop and I say, that's some racist nonsense that you've watched on TV, and I'm not staying in the room if you talk about people that way.
Maybe you should get a spray bottle like you're training a dog.
Trust me, I've thought about it. I leave the room. I've told him, I'm like, if you say it, I walk away.
Yeah.
I leave the room. There are consequences. I don't sit and listen to it. And I stick to it.
Well, there you go.
And sometimes he remembers.
Yeah. Fun. Well, this should be a great little Thanksgiving feast.
I'm just saying they were both calling me end to end.
Yeah, it sounds great.
My nerves are already a little fried.
Yeah,
I've definitely realized I'm suffering from some burnout. I'm definitely some clinical burnout symptoms.
Yep.
And extra pain. And I'm like, listen, everybody, I did a little, listen, motherfuckers, there are rules this week. I am the captain now.
I'm sure it'll go great. I'm sure they will adhere to the rules.
Well, a lot of us are walking into this right now.
Yeah.
We sure as shit are.
Not me.
Yeah,
We're
you're
just
smart.
eating some tacos at our house. Our niece is coming over. The little one had the idea. He was like, well, if we're having tacos, what if for dessert we got paletas? So we're going to head to the Michoacana tomorrow, just pick up a whole bunch of paletas. We're just having it. We're taking it easy.
You shut your mouth or you give me some.
We're going to play Honey Heist, one-off RPG. We did a test run of it last night just to make sure that it was going to work. And it was so fun. This is just a little one-off. You can buy it for basically no money, but throw a little bit of money to the creator. It's a really fun little RPG that you just play as bears and you're stealing honey. And you roll up fun characters. I created this was the level of detail that I go to, Maureen. Because they give you like a little roll as the game master, you kind of roll up your things, and it was like a luxury or a luxurious lakeside inn or something like that. And I was like, this is going to be at a Disney hotel. And so I created the Country Bears Jamboree Inn and Convention Center that was holding a honey convention, and they had to steal some honey antiquities. It was fun. Honey mummies. That was one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because they used honey back in the day. I did some research. I did some honey research. They used honey in Egypt to help embalm mummies, and
has antiseptic properties.
Yeah, and in the ancient Olympic Games, the Greeks basically doped with honey. They would just like eat a bunch of honey and then go run real fast.
Is that the way that works?
Yeah,
I guess the sugar?
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, like every runner that I know just has like
pasta,
gummies in the, like gummy bears in there.
Oh,
Swedish fish. A friend of mine who's like a professional triathlete, she has like a bunch of Swedish fish in her like bum bag.
Wait a minute. If I knew that you could just run and eat Swedish fish, I'd be running a lot sooner.
Yeah, you totally can. It's just like you just eat candy because you just need a sugar boost.
Tremendous.
They're like runner specific ones that are like gummy bears with caffeine too. So you can really just go off like a shot. Yeah. There you go.
Zoinks.
Anyway, Honey Heist. That's our big Thanksgiving moment. We're gonna eat some tacos, make a little chicken, like slow cooked chicken, some chorizo potato tacos.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be nice. You're still invited. You could change your plan, and I will make fully vegan tacos too.
I'm going to have a wonderful time.
Are you though?
I'm going to have a time, and I'm going to write.
You are going to have a time. That is.
Apparently, it's going to be freezing.
Yeah, it's the real cold snaps hitting here too.
So we have to pack a warm sweater for Puppo, a warm coat for us. I think it actually will be nice, Dan. Once you set down rules, and once you've fully crossed the Rubicon of your brain has snapped, I think people tell from the look in your eyes that maybe they should stop talking to you about their bullshit because your actual eyes are spinning in the socket. Apparently, Oscar says I'm putting out danger vibes, like back away slowly, like just like you look at me this week and I'm just a weird cat under the sofa. Just don't touch her. She'll cut you. She'll cut you. But Dan, I saw a delicious food alert. Delicious food alert.
Okay, I'm in.
Listen, SaysWhovia out there. Good news.
SaysWhovia?
If you enjoy, have you ever gotten a delivery at any point in your life? The corporate gift, Harry and David and their delicious pears.
Pear, like Pear.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm familiar with Harry and David's corporate gifts.
They're very delicious pears. There's always one wrapped in gold for some reason.
Yeah, that's the best one.
They sell them at Trader Joe's now.
The Harry and David pears?
Yep.
Whoa.
I bought a box yesterday and I've already eaten all 4 of them.
Wow.
It's a lot of pears. 2 a day.
That is a lot of pears. That seems like a lot of pears in one day.
It's 2 pears each day.
Okay. I guess that's a fine number of pears.
Yeah, like one sort of after lunch and one kind of midday.
Okay.
Well, delicious. But they are it's like, these are the Harry and David pears. I grabbed them and I took them home with me.
I find the experience of going to Trader Joe's so unpleasant that I almost never go to Trader Joe's. When we were in Santa Monica, our hotel was directly next to a Trader Joe's that was underground for some reason. Like, you walked in and you went down, and then you were in this like subterranean Trader Joe.
That's how ours are. Some of ours are underground.
And it was great because it was like chill, and it was literally next door to our hotel, so we just had to walk there. The Trader Joe's near me, it's like the parking lot is such a fucking zoo. The whole place is absolutely insane all the time. I just can't do it. Like, I literally can't do it. I'm like, I want to stab all of you.
You have to go at a time that the line isn't circling the entire building.
Yeah.
I will say that line moves fast.
Okay.
That line moves.
I do appreciate that they seem to have knocked the shit off where they force all of the checkout people to like comment about how the one thing you're buying is their favorite thing in the whole store.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Like, this is a dumb fiction that you don't need to do.
This is New York ones. They're nice, but they don't go like, hey, what's this? What are you doing? What do you...
They've all kind of... I feel like everyone has given up on that now.
That's great.
It is great. That was one of the other things that I didn't need in my life.
There's a couple things they make. Like, it's just easy. It's a great, easy place to... They have some great staples.
Yep.
But we are...
Nice paper clips.
What?
You said staples, so I made a joke. I said paper clips. Get it?
Clips.
Get it? Staples?
Stationery.
Yeah, I meant that like stapler.
Stapler.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's good. Humor. I get that.
Yeah. I'm a hilarious person.
Just let you know, there's Harry and David's. They have like real, just like everyone's, they have great flowers.
Okay.
They always buy flowers there.
Yeah, so they do have nice flowers there.
Great, fantastic flowers. I love fresh flowers. I always grab some flowers. Tremendously great, good seltzer water.
Okay.
Like, you can get some interesting fruits and stuff. Like, every once in a while, they just bring something in. Like, hey, we have all these Harry and David pears now. I'm like, this is fantastic. But we are addicted to their tiny ice cream cones. That is our
those are good.
That is our little indulgence. We don't really keep anything else in the house like that. Yeah. But we keep those little tiny cones.
They have extremely good chip witches, too.
No, I don't even want to get into that. That'll start a thing.
Okay.
We only keep the one sweet in the house.
Chip witch?
I love them. That's the thing. But we only keep like one kind of sweet in the house. All right. So it's that.
Not us. We only keep about 100 types of sweets in the house.
You have a tiny person.
It's true. And that tiny person did Halloween now almost a full month ago. And the amount of candy that is still in the house is insane. And I'm always like, I'm going to steal some Halloween candy. And he's always like, hey. And I'm like, dude, you're literally never going to eat all of this.
You don't know.
He won't. He does a better job of eating his Halloween candy than his older brother did. His older brother used to like collect all the Halloween candy, and then I would throw it out in like April. And he would never touch it. Yeah.
What? That's madness.
I know. It is madness. The little one does a little better, but still, it's just too much. It's too much for any one person.
Did you go through it as a kid?
Did I eat all my Halloween candy? Yeah, I did. But I feel like I got less than these kids get now.
Maybe we get less
these days.
Kids these days, huh?
Every house is a Take-Two house. The number of full-size candy houses this time around was madness. This kid came back with like 6 different full-size bars. I'm like, what?
Hey, listen, enjoy it while you can, kid, because that's not happening next year.
That's true. That's true.
I also try to explain to him, like, the cost of food and stuff is about to go up. And he's like, what? I'd explain all that.
Yep.
There's a lot of explaining.
Yeah. The problem is I feel like it's just not going to be explained well. Like, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but the price of eggs has gone insane again, right? Like, they're just so expensive. And that was always the cost of eggs was too much, so people voted against Harris or whatever, voted for Trump. The fucking cost of eggs had nothing to do with inflation. It had everything to do with the fact that there's an avian bird flu that is killing chickens. It's like, I feel like that was not well explained.
I don't eat eggs, so I'd never know how much they cost.
Yeah. You're
so
like,
how much do they cost?
One egg. What could it cost? $10?
$10? Yeah. Well, how much are eggs?
We usually get like an 18 pack from eating and baking and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say up until a year or so ago, it was like $5. And now sometimes it'll be as much as like 11.
Wow, okay.
Which is like significant. Like right now they're like $9.99. It's like that is more than I want to spend for eggs. And these aren't fancy. Like we don't shop at a fancy grocery store. We shop at a down market grocery store, if anything.
Is it called Dirtbag Foods?
It's called Dirtbags and Stuff.
Ah, delicious.
We don't shop here, but in our town there is one called Food for Less, and the 4 is a number 4, and I love it. I always refer to it as Food and Stuff.
Tremendous. Yeah, there are benefits, I guess, to lifelong hatred of eggs. Man, I hate them.
You're
Gross.
not paying out the nose for eggs right now.
Yeah, just never liked them. Never liked them.
Well, Maureen, how are you going to cheer up your holiday time? I feel like you've painted a bit of a picture that doesn't sound particularly holiday cheery.
I'm giving myself some okay, I'm trying to clear the decks a little bit before I go.
That's good.
So there's so much work to do that I haven't gotten to. I'm trying to really get through all the other stuff. I'm taking some great reading and also pulling stuff off the shelf that I was like, now I need to reread or spend more time with. For example, a great book on meditation that I've had for a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
So bringing that along, that's going to be a very something I have to get back into.
I'm
and a very
excited to hear
valuable.
how your meditation goes at your parents' house over Thanksgiving week.
Then not for nothing, I have used meditation for a long time in my life, and I actually used a program on Headspace that taught skills about how to kind of redirect pain.
Okay.
And it helped with neurological pain.
That's awesome.
And I had a 365-day streak.
Boom.
I think it's very helpful.
Well, that's great.
And I would like to invite you to my wellness course.
More oop.
There's so many supplements in our future, Dan.
Oh, yeah. We're all swimming in supplements from here on.
Oh, honest to God. So just supplements for days.
Yeah.
That is, again, where Trump culture and Stanley Cup culture meet in many places. And one is supplements.
Yeah.
Because one of the things they're doing on Stanley Cups is all those little things they're clipping to the handle are full of the powders and potions that they're putting in their water.
Yeah.
So when they say, I'm going to put my White Claw in with my Red Bull, but to make it healthy, I'll put in this weird mushroom powder that Joe Rogan told me about. And they make some sort of otherworldly slushy.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. Somebody pulled up an old RFK interview today.
Yeah.
In which he describes the benefits of using heroin to study.
Perfect.
So
no notes.
Just saying, so many supplements. You know what I mean? So many supplements in our future.
There is an article in today's The Verge, Maureen, that immediately made me think of you. Oh. This is the subhead. One Amazon influencer makes a living posting content from her beige home. But after she noticed another account hawking the same minimal aesthetic, a rivalry spiraled into a first-of-its-kind lawsuit. Can the legal system protect the vibe of a creator? And what if that vibe is basic? It is amazing.
Okay, first of all, I need to read it immediately. And second, what is the name of the beige influencer?
There are two, obviously. There is Alyssa Scheel. And then there's another one.
Let's see here.
The other one is named Laura Gifford. It's amazing, though.
I think one of them is one of the Stanley people.
I mean, I'm sure they're both Stanley people to some degree.
Yeah, and it's this whole... because you just can't have that much beige. Right. It is so beige.
So they're basically suing each other over, you've stolen my look. My look is beige.
And
beige
they are known
home, beige clothing, beige everything.
They're known as clean girls.
Yeah. It's great if you scroll down. There's like there's stuff from the exhibits, and they are just amazing because they are, just all the shit you've been watching lately.
Similar tattoos. Similar gray sweats.
Yeah.
Similar. Shields home, like Gifford's, is full of neutrals.
Anyway, made me think of you, Maureen.
Trash. It's all trash. It's all trash, and I hate it. And I'll go fuck themselves. My office is hot pink and black.
My office is just a mess.
My office is a hot pink, baby pink, black with like grays and green.
It's great.
It's not neutral.
It is not, in fact, neutral.
No neutrals. Yeah, the beigeness of it all. But what really gets me is a lot of them seem to have either of their counters are 6 miles long, or they constantly remove everything on their counter to replace it with, they have to make a video about Stanley. So they put up their rack of 12 beige Stanleys.
Right.
And then the coffee, the weird fancy ice maker, because they have like fancy ice from a fancy ice machine.
Right, naturally.
And it's always for the girlies. Getting ready for a weekend with the girlies. But here's the things people do to get ready for a weekend with the girlies.
Yeah.
One of them sets up like a frequent setup restock is laundry supplies. And so they'll get all these like giant kind of candy medicine jars and fill them with scent boosters and pods and like put little signs on. I'm like 100%. I'd walk into the house and eat that shit. I would immediately grab a handful of that and think, what are these nerds? And I'd pop them in my mouth. And then I'd be burping linen scent for a week. There's nothing more fun than going over to your friend's house to engage in some beige laundry.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, now I've said that, I would do that because my friend Kate used to invite me over. When we first moved to New York, we lived together, and when we lived in 2 apartments, she's like, I've made margaritas. Do you want to come over and clean my apartment? And I would. Because I was like, I'm like, I get to Swifter and have a margarita? Let's fucking dance. So if you're like, do you want to have a laundry party? I've put all the supplies out neatly. I'd be like, I don't know, maybe. But yes. And so you can get the car ready for the girlies.
No, sure.
So they put like fuzzy things on the strap. Then they put like a whole basket situation, which they load with like wipes. There's always like 90 wipes in the car.
There's so many wipes in this world.
Wipe culture is big. Drinks with ice and like the silicone things with the multi things and like foot slippers, throws, like actual throws, a little sign on the thing that says like
for in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little thing on the headrest that says like,
I don't hate that. If we're being honest,
well, then they pop the trunk and start loading it with like paper towels and like cleaners. And I'm like, this is a kill kit. What you're doing is being like, get in my car. Look how great this is. I have slippers and a drink thing for you and like all these butt wipes. And everyone's like, yay. And they jump in and then they murder you. And they've got all these like trash bags in the back. And they're like,
the last thing they load in is just a Rubbermaid tub full of acid.
I now just realized what I want to make.
Okay.
A little restock my kill kit video.
Perfect.
Tarps.
Yeah.
Twist ties.
Yeah.
Little.
Oh yeah.
Gaffer tape. Ties. Yeah. It's dark. It's dork. Man, they love a restock. They love a clear plastic container more than they love anything in this entire world.
I mean, I think they love the color beige more.
I don't know. They really have a lot of clear plastic containers, Dan. I cannot emphasize enough how much this is about compartmentalized clear plastic containers that contain wipes, And again, things that you shouldn't need in the car, like deodorant and toothpaste. Like, what's going on in your car? What the fuck are you doing in your car? And all those little dental hose that I find on the street in New York all the time.
If you ever are in a car during like commuting time, you will almost always see someone brushing their teeth. So it seems gross to me. I don't understand where you spit, but I've seen it many times, I would say.
I'm okay with a drink, a place to put your drink. Great.
Yeah.
Maybe some tissues. Not bad. I don't hate that.
All right.
Maybe hand wipes in case your drink spills. Like you can keep that in that little well thing.
Yeah.
A couple extra cords, like a battery charger, like a little phone charger or something. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
I think that ought to do it.
Now let me throw this at you.
Okay.
Attach it all to your cup. Right?
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Exactly. See?
Yeah. Your jewels, your jewelry, your deodorant. Everything on the cup. Your ID.
Yeah.
Everything. Put it on the
cup. Better
cup.
Place to put a thing than on a cup.
I'm sort of convinced that Trumpism and Stanley Cupism are the same thing. And eventually,
I think they are absolutely all of one world.
Can I do this as a TED Talk?
Sure.
Okay. How do I get involved in this? People, Dan, I need to get my TED Talk ready.
My friend is the host of the TED Talk Daily podcast, so I could just pitch her.
Yeah. Stanley Cup culture and Trump culture are the same thing. In this podcast, I will.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
We have too much stuff. That's good.
I think the cost of a Stanley Cup is going to go way up soon. They weren't expensive enough.
I really do have to get on those trading boards and see what's going on.
On the Stanley Cup trading boards?
Yeah,
this should just be your first nonfiction book. You should just do a whole Stanley Cup book, Maureen. You really should. You could do it. You could do it up.
I could do a magazine article.
Well, do the magazine article and then you'll sell that. You'll get the book out of that.
I don't have time to write that book. I got other books I got to write.
You could do it.
I got books for days that I'm thinking about writing, and some I have to write already.
All right.
I got so many books to write already. I love writing. I'd like time to do it.
Okay, I get it.
You know what I'm doing right now? Aside from talking to you?
What?
Okay, we have this dumb thing in our apartment. They make us have it. We don't want it.
Okay.
It's a little wine fridge.
Okay.
We hate
that's
it.
Fancy.
We don't want it. We never used it. It never worked. We had one. It was for years and years, and it never worked. And then finally, I sent them a note like, "Look, can we just not have it?" And they said, and when I moved in, I'm like, "Can we just not have that? I'd like to put the trash there." And they were like, "No, you have to have it. It's in your lease."
What are they running? Some kind of wine scam?
I don't know. Like everything in your apartment
you're contractually required to hold this wine. You're contractually required to open the door when it knocks and somebody says it's wine time. You got to let them in. They got to take that wine.
It's wine o'clock somewhere, the official lease policy. So every one of your appliances is kind of accounted for in the lease. And so they can't just get rid of it. So finally I was like, okay, can you bring us one that works? Because this hasn't worked in years. And it's just like a weird, dumb box that we keep like stuff in.
Okay.
So then they brought up one and they tried to put it in like, it's too big. It's bigger than your counter. And they took that away. First they set up a guy who was like, yep, it's broken. Make another appointment. Then they made a second appointment. They were like, oh, we brought one, but it's the wrong size.
Okay.
And so then we made a third appointment where they brought up one and it's like a dorm fridge. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like a little dorm fridge.
Glass front, right?
Right. It's a dorm fridge with a glass front.
Yeah.
We don't want it. Again, every time we're like, we would just love to have that space for the garbage can. Yeah. And every time they're like, nope, you must have this.
Yeah.
So we have this stupid little fridge. We fill it with seltzer.
Yeah.
Like cans of seltzer.
Fridge.
And but the thing is, this one works so well.
Okay.
That I just went in because I just filled it with Trader Joe's seltzer yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It's like $3 a box.
Yeah.
Got a million seltzers. Here's one. I highly recommend. It's the winter sangria. Delicious.
Okay.
Tasty.
This is a sangria flavored seltzer?
I think that means
this is just like a fancy White Claw?
It's like it's non-alcoholic. It's just slightly apple and orange flavored, kind of.
All right. So got it.
So they have seasonal flavors that are great.
Sure.
Like, they have a green apple. They have a...
Okay. All right. We're getting off track.
It got so cold in there, especially with it, because it was full.
Yeah.
That I came into the kitchen and there was water all over the floor because it had frozen and the cans were starting to burst.
Oh, perfect.
So I said to Oscar, the kitchen is flooding. And I checked the usual flood spot. And so I said, now I dragged it out. I pulled it out. I looked down on the ground. I'm like, yeah, it's pouring out water.
Oh, good.
From all this ice. So I'm in the middle of defrosting it. The kitchen will be like covered in water when I'm done, and I'll mop it up again, and then I'll plug it back in and turn it on like super low. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, this thing, we don't want it.
Yeah.
I guess it's nice that we have cold cans of seltzer.
I guess.
We never really asked for it. They just make us keep it.
I have a number of questions, Maureen. Number one, do you think one day you will notice the signs?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Number two, a wine fridge is supposed to be significantly warmer than a regular fridge. Like, I don't even know why a wine fridge would be freezing things, period. I think a wine fridge is supposed to keep things around like 40, 50 degrees. Like, it's not supposed to keep things like a normal fridge is like close to freezing, but not freezing. This, like, it's supposed to replicate like a cave.
I have a feeling this isn't a wide fridge. It's just a tiny fridge.
It's just a freezer. It's just
That's
a tiny
my suspicion.
freezer. It's probably
just
what it
a tiny
is.
Fridge.
You can buy those little tiny freezers. All right.
Hey, listen. If it's actually a tiny freezer, that'd be wonderful.
Well, just keep your ice cream in there. Now you can have more than one treat.
My dog food has to be frozen. That would be wonderful if it was a freezer.
Okay.
Then I'd actually be like, all right, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Freezer, you say? I love to make soup and freeze it. Let's fucking dance. Let's go. I'm a freezer bitch. Let's do this.
There you go. You should become a freeze-fluencer.
Freezer. Have you heard about Fridgescaping?
You've told me about Fridgescaping.
There's 100% freezerscaping. There's no way there's not. Especially around Christmas. There's going to be a whole freezerscape in that shit. There's so much stuff that people put in their fridge.
Yeah.
Right now it's all leaves, little hay bales, scarecrows.
Wait, what?
Little tiny hay bales, scarecrows,
no.
leaves. They decorate it, Dan. It's fridgescaping.
I thought it just meant people like made their fridges real tidy.
No, they put stuff in there like decorations.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You are fucking kidding me.
No, I am not.
Jesus.
They decorate them seasonally. So you open up.
That I get personally offended at this shit because it's like, I don't have time to do basic shit because I'm constantly doing actual work. And there are people on this earth that have so much free time that they can make a diorama in their fridge.
I'm going to look up a Fridgescape for you.
No.
I'm going to. I want you to see one. I love Fridgescaping. I thought I'd sent you a bunch of Fridgescapes.
I mean, I definitely...
And maybe you refused to watch.
I have definitely seen you send me them before, but I have not clicked on them.
Fridgescape. All right, let's see.
Christ.
Fall Fridgescapes. There's going to be some great holiday ones. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness. People put a lot of plants in there.
What?
It's a lot of decorations. Okay. Oh, there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot to choose from. Oh boy, it is a real wealth of choice here. I think I'll start you slow, Dan.
No, I don't want any of this.
I'm going to. Somebody has done a. Okay, this one I like. They've done it Ghostbusters with the little portal and the hell dogs that Zool controls. That's actually pretty good. I would do that.
Where are you sending these to me?
I'm not sending them to you yet. I'm looking. I think I need to get you a fall Fridgescape. That's really what we're gonna. Okay, fall Fridgescapes. I want to send you the ones that has the little hay bales and the. Oh, here it is. This is the one. This is the one I sent for you. I'm going to send it to you again. How dare you for not watching this? It's wonderful. Sorry. I've sent Dan a link, and I want him to watch it.
Okay. All right. Decorate my fridge with me for fall. Oh my God, she's moving so fast. So this is an entirely empty fridge that also is spotless. Like, it looks like a brand new fridge. Like she's standing in a Home Depot with a bunch of stuff. So she has put a fall colored maple leaf, placemat or something on one level shelf of the thing. Another one is more of this. Now she has a full-sized scarecrow doll that she's
multiple hay bales
standing up. A little mini hay bales are now
fake leaves.
Yeah, and then a sign that says it's fall, y'all, and a little glitter pumpkin, and another pumpkin, and another pumpkin, and a third pumpkin, and then just fake leaves. And now she just chucked a bunch of acorns in.
Yeah, acorns.
And now she's dropping more fake leaves onto her fridge. Now she put a little blanket down on like where the butter would go, and now a potpourri.
Yeah, potpourri.
A little potpourri, a welcome sign. It's some stickers on the side. Oh, lots of stickers on the side.
Loads of decals of pumpkins.
Oh my fucking God! So this is just. Just get a little dollhouse.
And the only things in here are 3 bottles of Pellegrino and just like a couple cans of LaCroix.
That's it in the whole fridge.
And a ton of decorations. It's so
I cannot
explain to you enough how decorated this fridge. Like, there's no room for anything else. It's just all fake pumpkins and acorns. You can't get anything in it.
It's
totally full.
Hate it.
See, I sent you something nice.
No, you did not.
This is what I'm talking about, Dan. People are losing their minds. Now, the thing you have to know about these content creators is, first of all, I fully believe that anyone who makes fridgescaping videos is spending their time chewing their own hair and screaming about how many followers they have.
I mean, that is a brand new unplugged fridge that she just cleans, like removes the stuff and makes another video. That is just a show fridge.
And it's
no way that's a real fridge.
This is from an apartment complex. So I guess they were doing it as a wonderful thing, like, and everything. That is the only thing in this entire stream that isn't beige. I'm not even joking. Every single thing is beige. It's amazing.
I don't like it. I don't want it.
Well, now you have it.
I don't want it though.
This is our lives now. Dan, we have fridgescaping, Stanley cups, Stanley bath,
and
Trump.
Nothing else.
We don't have healthcare. We won't be able to buy food, but by God, we're going to have plastic leaves to put in our fridges.
Thank God.
And weird stuff to put in the bath. Dan? SaysWhovia's about to go home for the holiday.
It's true.
Maybe you're in the car now.
You probably are. Or waiting in an airport.
Maybe you're driving through what apparently is going to be a big storm. A big storm is coming.
Yeah, I'm very confused as to whether there's really a storm coming here or not. I've seen conflicting reports. I'm hoping for not. I'm really not ready for winter.
How about we say a couple reassuring things to everybody right now. Okay. We do something really soothing because so this is your soothing part that you can keep and replay and stick your little earbuds in at the table. It's just hey, Stan and Maureen. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Are you doing all right? Remember, this is all bullshit. You're not wrong. It's total bullshit.
It's complete bullshit.
But, while you're there, stick some extra food in your pockets. Like, get some stuffing, put it in your pocket.
I mean,
it's dry. So it's only, unless it's got the cream corn in it, which, yuck. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? It's gross. What are you, a goose?
The cream corn.
I don't even like stuffing. I don't like it.
Stuffing's pretty good.
I don't like it. I've never been a fan. Okay. I every year I say, I don't really eat stuffing. And my mom says, don't you want stuffing? And I say, I don't really eat stuffing. And she said, I made a vegetarian stuffing. And I say, I don't really eat stuffing.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
You can just not do that.
No, remember, we're telling people encouraging
I'm saying
things.
that to them. They cannot do it.
You don't have to eat the stuffing.
Hang out in your PJs at home. Watch some TV.
But maybe they're already at the table. They're already there, and they're already on their way. They need help.
Stand up. Head home.
No, they need our help. Deep breath. Okay. Deep. Breathe from your abdomen. Nice deep breath. Put your shoulders around them once. Roll them back. Roll them back. Now roll them forward. Now roll them back. And exhale. And exhale.
Hey. You're getting a little loud there.
What? Oh, sorry. And exhale. Exhale. Hey, it's me.
Oh, no. This is not what we needed.
I'm here to relax you, baby.
Is it?
I'm here to make you calm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. When I'm done with you, you'll be fast asleep. Yuck. Yeah. I'm a shoe. One of two. I'm a shoe. I'm the other shoe. Shut up. God. I was doing the relaxing bit. I'm the other shoe. Shut up. I am doing this. It's my turn. It's not your turn. This is a new thing entirely. No, it's not. I've been planning on this for a while. No, you haven't. Thanksgiving. It's me, the other shoe. Shut up. Shut up. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You're the reason we're in this month. Don't even start with me. Do not even start with me. I'm going to start with you. You think my man would have been fucking... No, you shut up. You shut up. Now, great. Now we're arguing in the relaxing bit. No, you started. You started it. You fucking started it. Help the people. I'm trying to relate. Relax. Deep breath. Shut up. What is that voice even? I'm Barney. Relax. Yeah. That's not even a thing. Dan is even gone. He's gone. You chased him away. You chased him away. Shut up. You shut. Dan? Dan, they've gone. It was all a dream, Dan. Says Who is brought to you by you on the Says Who Patreon at Says Who, where every month, and you give your contributions, and because of that, we can do this. And our theme music is made by Ted Leo. Our logo is made by Darth. You can sign up and subscribe and leave reviews on anywhere. That'd be great. Get a friend involved right now. Say, come to SaysWhovia, where you can get stuff. He's got Dan, come back. I don't remember all the stuff. And we'll be back next week on
it's
December.
Not so easy, is it?
4th with a new episode. I'm Maureen Johnson.
You can contact us at SaysWhoPodcast.com on Blue Sky, at SaysWhoPodcast on Threads, and SaysWho at OMFG.town on Mastodon, or you can email it, hey, that is HEY at SaysWhoPodcast.com. Join the discussion on Facebook at /group/SaysWhovians. Our Facebook group is moderated by Janice Dillard. There's also the fan-run Discord server at tinyurl.com/SaysWho Discord. Whatever you do, subscribe, leave stars and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever it is that you listen, and you can join us next Wednesday, December 4th, for our very next episode. Were you afraid? Did you think that I had really left?
Yeah.
I had considered taking my headphones off so I wouldn't know, but instead I was just standing on the other side waiting for you to finish.
I have two things. One, I got the good Blue Sky handle you recommended. So I am MaureenJohnsonBooks.com on Blue Sky.
Boom, look at that.
And I just wanted to share to you this Blue Sky link that has a picture that I want you to see.
Okay.
It is of Rudy Giuliani apparently in court today.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And he's yelling.
He is yelling. Funny. It's all teeth.
If you have a good Thanksgiving, I will be trying to catch Santa on Blue Sky on Thursday morning. This year is my year. I believe that we will be together.
Okay.
So come over to Blue Sky, MaureenJohnsonBooks.com. It's nice. Blue Sky. You know how many times I've regretted not being on Twitter this week?
How many?
0.
There you go.
And I just hear weird stuff that's going on there. And I'm like, it's great. I don't even know about it. I don't care.
Indeed.
Great.
You can always find me over there at dansinker.com on Blue Sky as well. But that's the show. From my basement in Chicago, I am Dan Sinker. Have a great holiday, however you celebrate it.
New York City, best city in the world. No notes. No notes. There's a no notes out of my city. We got a nice Ritz. We got a nice Ritz. We got a pizzeria and they're really nice Ritz. Our pizza's stellar, though.
You do have good pizza. I'll give you that.
Pizza, that's why the rats are always eating it. Delicious. Bye.
Your name.
Maureen Johnson.
There you go.
It's Maureen Johnson.
Has been Says Who.
Or has it?
I think it has.
Oh.
Yeah, we're done.